Nice.
So those Christmas
This
pies.
is my 13th video this week. I counted.
Really? Huh. Shot 13. I think I've done
2.
No.
You lazy
No, hold on. 4.
Premier League's over and he stops working. Like, meh.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another Q&A where Nico has joined me this afternoon. Unfortunately, we're breaking up Nico and Paddy.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Amsterdam was mad.
Yeah. Tell him 2 sentences.
It was a lot of fun. Spurs went through to the Champions League final.
You didn't drink, did you?
No, me, alcohol, never. I was dancing around completely sober. Anyway, enough about that. This week's Q&A, I'm going to start off with one from MN Crafts and Designs. Griezmann or Lacazette, which one will be the perfect signing for Barcelona?
First of all, Crafter is my favorite designer. Shit, that didn't work out at all. Well, look, Griezmann is a better player.
Yeah.
And he's
only just though. Lacazette's good.
Yeah, but Griezmann is still a...
Yeah.
Nah, like I said, it's good. Don't get me wrong. But for me, the difference between the two of them is big enough to say you just go for the better player. Even if, like I said, maybe would fit better. I would say if you can have Griezmann in, or like I said, you take Griezmann and worry about the rest later.
I think so too.
So
for
Griezmann.
Sure. Yeah.
I got Hydro HD, my Hydro homie. Will Barca be Champions League 1920 favorites if they sign Griezmann and De Ligt?
Yeah, I think they should. I spoke about this earlier actually, about them being Champions League favourites for this season. They got to the semis. They are Champions League favourites because they have a very good team with some incredible players.
As long as Messi's there, they always favourites.
Yeah, like regardless of the fact they lost, look, they lost an incredible game to an incredible Liverpool team, 4-0. They were still 3-0 up in the first leg. Like, they are going to be favourites. This is Barcelona we're talking about. They're not going to drop off massively and suddenly go out the group stage.
Yeah.
And De Ligt and Griezmann are only going to help their cause by being better.
But,
so yes.
But can they sign them both? Frankie de Jong, Griezmann and De Ligt. They would spend
a lot
roughly
of money.
300 million.
It depends on Coutinho leaving.
Yes.
Coutinho would bring 100
right.
million. Right, next up from Ayan Ahmad, who said, considering there are at least 3 Atletico players are going to leave in the summer, with more potentially on their way, such as Rodri to Manchester City, how do you guys think Atletico will perform next season, and what should they do to keep pressure on Barca and Real?
Honestly, I don't think there's much I can do to keep the pressure on them. I think Atletico is in for a very, very tough season.
So Godin's announced his leaving.
Godin's out, Hernandez is out.
To Bayern.
Griezmann definitely out.
Yeah. Griezmann's out.
And
potentially Rodri to City.
And I think Rodri is out too.
Yeah.
And then this is just, if you combine that, there's an amount of quality they're losing in one transfer window that, especially since Godin is going on a free transfer, and obviously he's old, but like there is some money there, but like they have to make the smartest transfer moves to be able to somehow retain that level. And actually, that level wasn't that good this year. You could see them decline in the Champions League a little bit. So there's not much I can see them do.
I feel like Felipe Luis is apparently off to Dortmund, from what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I heard that's off, but
it's off.
It looks like
on
he's
his
leaving.
way out. Diego Costa was far beyond what he used to be. The problem I have with Atleti is that Diego Simeone is such a fantastic coach, and they have such a way of playing that you can't just bring in anyone.
The thing though is,
not anyone can play the
Simone
Atletico style. He loves it. I think he'll stay. But the problem is they have to bring in a specific kind of player. You can't just go for the best and bring him in and hope it works. They paid 75 million for Thomas Lemar last summer. Yeah, I know. And he's been good. I don't want good for 75 million. You need great for 75 million.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe they can pull off a few really smart moves. Maybe they look at Dybala, who's apparently not interested in staying in Juventus. Wouldn't be cheap though. Maybe they can get a few of those players that are clearly world-class players and are not interested in playing in their clubs anymore. There are a few in this transfer window. But if they're trying to go the normal Atleti approach, which would be not sign a world star, but like somebody a bit less known, and build them up, then they're in for a tough season. Yeah, I would say. All right. You ready for a quick fire?
Yes, hit me.
It is. I want you to rate the transfers. 1, not likely. 5, very likely. Okay. All right.
Who's this from?
It's obviously from SPACEDUST Daddy.
SPACEDUST Daddy. I'm glad you had to read that one out.
That's not it. That is, you did that.
Yeah, I did.
You made that name up.
No, I didn't. Come on, hit me with
Okay, 5 is likely, 1 is unlikely.
Okay.
Rakitic to Inter.
Nah. That's my noises. 3. I'm just going to go in the middle because I don't quite know.
Gomez to Spurs.
3.
Which Gomez are we talking here?
I'm assuming Andre.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Or Angel from
No.
or Mario from Stuttgart.
I'd take him as a backup to Llorente, who's a backup to Kane.
As the third backup.
Yeah.
Eriksen to Real.
4.
Is it more likely than it was a few weeks ago or less likely?
I think the Champions League has sort of papered over the cracks a little by getting to the final. People think he's going to stay. Regardless whether Spurs win it or not, it's such a huge opportunity for him to move. I can see it happening.
Especially since Real building something new.
Especially as he's not going to sign a new contract and he goes for a free next summer.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Coutinho to Chelsea.
Oh, 1.
I mean, transfer ban?
But even without the transfer ban, he's got better options than Chelsea. No offence to them, but...
What though? Where would he go?
Well, he can get way more money going to PSG. Apparently United want him back.
Oh, so United is a better option than Chelsea?
That's actually not statistically true. I will give you that. I just think they'd be more likely to kind of bend over backwards for Coutinho.
Alexis Sanchez to Inter.
Yeah, 4.
If they can pay the salary, they can. From all I hear, Inter has some money at the moment. I think that's likely. De Ligt to Liverpool.
1.
Ooh, my though. Just imagine that Van Dijk.
It would be good, but yeah, De Ligt has got Barcelona written all over him. I see so many people commenting, and it's clearly Liverpool fans who just really want him to go.
Messi to Liverpool?
Yeah, Matt, what do you think about De Ligt to Liverpool? I'm like, guys, it probably works well in your FIFA career, but it would be a shock to see him not go to Barcelona.
All right. Got another one for you.
Oh,
it comes from Ross. For Arsenal and United to get back to Champions League football, what do they need and what do they need to sacrifice besides a unicorn?
Besides a what?
A unicorn. They need to sacrifice a unicorn. Everybody knows that.
Oh, okay. Is that how you get into Champions League?
Yeah.
Explains a lot.
You guys have done it.
For Arsenal, I think they're quite close. They're very close. They finished a point off Spurs. Arsenal need 1 or 2
points more.
Defenders.
Whoa!
Yeah. If Aubameyang hadn't missed that penalty, they'd have been in Champions League.
That's right. Spurs. That is right. I remember it. Yeah.
Anyway, 1 or 2 top quality defenders for Arsenal, and maybe another midfielder. I feel like in attack they're brilliant. I think Lacazette and Aubameyang, top strikers. As for Man United, wow, that looks like a whole kind of uprooting of the way the club is run. There are so many sort of people blaming the lack of technical director and the chairman and the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's not good enough and the players aren't good enough. It looks like everything isn't good enough. But I feel like a lot of players need to be sold on, a lot of players need to be brought in. There's only a handful of the first team squad that I'd say definitely stay.
Tell me 3 players that need to go immediately.
Need to go Matic,
Sanchez.
Smalling and Sanchez.
Yeah, that's fair.
Smalling / Jones, both of them can leave.
Smalling has a great hairstyle though.
You don't have that hairstyle if you're a centre back. You
can have that hairstyle.
Not have that hairstyle.
It's 2019. You can wear whatever hairstyle you want and whatever position you want.
I think one of the only players to have it in the league is Wilfried Zaha.
And he's
look at the difference in skill and ability between Zaha and Smalling.
Look, Chris Smalling, you go girl. You can wear that hairstyle whenever you want.
It's not centre back's look. Right, next up from Anton Lielstrom. Says, should United sell Pogba so they can get more money to spend or just keep him?
Well, it depends on the offer a little bit.
Yeah.
If Real comes in hot and says, guys, 160, 170 million straight up. Get him out of it.
United have money, but that's still...
Yeah, that's so much.
And
then, like, it doesn't feel like United... For me, it doesn't look like United is going to compete for the Champions League in the next few years. And Pogba certainly wants that. I think he wants to leave the club. And I have no information on that. I just feel like he will... Sooner or later, he'll be interested in a transfer. So if they get a big offer... Sell him, you tried it, it didn't work out, restart the entire process. Just like you said, United has to do a lot. Obviously, Pogba is probably the best player in the squad, but...
You're going to get double the money you paid like 3 summers ago for him.
If everything works out, that's right, All right, from Jack KOHAV. We saw that Lampard took Derby County to the playoff final, beating Leeds to get there. Do you think Lampard has done enough to be considered competition to Sarri at Chelsea?
I don't. This is the one issue with managers nowadays is that they last such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Usually you get about a season a bit if you're lucky as a manager.
Yeah.
That you can't then judge Lampard for 1 year. This is his first year in club management.
Yeah, it's
brilliant. What a season. Finished in 6th. beat Leeds away from home. The first team in Championship in the history of the playoffs to lose the first leg at home and go through on the away leg.
Nice.
There's no
Really?
rush. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's just no rush. There's no rush for him to go in and replace Sarri. Chelsea are in a bit of a mess with the transfer ban. Is Hazard going? Is he not going? There's no rush for Lampard at all.
And he seems quite happy there, right? I mean, why would you...
Go with Derby, run its course 3, 4, 5 years, and then think about
And
Chelsea. There's no rush.
Taking over Chelsea right now is not the most interesting job in world football. Like, if I would be Lampard and I had the chance to stay at Derby and actually they might go up. Brilliant situation for him.
Yeah,
brilliant situation.
It seems very unnecessary for him to rush. Next one from Simrit Al-Walia, who says, "Is Werner to Liverpool still on?"
No, it's off. Apparently, he agreed to terms with Bayern, more or less.
Oh, right.
But now it is between the clubs, and Bayern is not willing to pay like 60 million euros. That is what they're looking for, though, Leipzig. So he might get transferred for like 40 or something if they can agree on that. And if not, that looked like it wasn't an option a few weeks ago, but Leipzig now is willing to keep him another year and let him go on a free instead of being pushed by Bayern into selling him on a very low price.
But even a low price
that's
is better
stupid.
than no price.
Look, I didn't say it's smart.
Yeah, that's
it's
ridiculous.
absolutely stupid. But they're trying to make a case here that Bayern can't bully them around. Like push him around.
Okay.
But
they can, though.
Bayern can push everybody in the Bundesliga around. Bayern owns the Bundesliga. It's Bayern sitting on the Iron Throne. Oh shit, there is no Iron Throne anymore. Spoiler! Sorry.
Oh, Game of Thrones stuff.
That took you so long.
Yeah, I don't.
You tired?
Dragons, flying dragons.
Okay, come on. I got one. Oh,
it.
you gotta be kidding me. You wanna say the name? Okay, I'll do it. It's BORAT Sundararaman.
What a name.
Great name.
Kudos to you. Brilliant name.
Do you have a nickname? Like, what's your nickname? You have to.
That's a good question, actually. What's your nickname?
You're getting another quickfire, mate.
Oh, okay, all right.
Premier League outside top 6 quickfire. Chilwell or Lucas Digne?
Oh, Digne, brilliant season. Yeah.
Moutinho or Tielemans?
Yeah, Tielemans. Yeah.
Love him.
Brilliant.
Jimenez or Vari?
Ooh, Jimenez.
Mitrovic or Rondon?
Mitrovic.
Yeah,
Rondon's such a bully, but Mitrovic is too, to be fair.
Mitrovic, apparently Leverkusen is looking into signing him.
Yeah,
love
just
to
been
see him in the
relegated. So
Bundesliga.
for cheap.
Nuno or Gracia?
Nuno.
Also, Matt, what are your views on my question from last week about who'd win a street fight between Nico and Paddy?
Oh yeah, I saw this. Then I saw you say that you'd both take me. Oh no, that I'd both take you individually, but together.
Yeah, we'll fuck you up.
I couldn't
say it because Paddy's my boss, but I would ruin him. Like that man.
Oh my god. I feel like we need to see this. This is a 500k special, Nico versus Paddy.
Live on the zone.
Could do like Tekken. Fight! I don't know who would win. I feel like you're quicker, but he'd stand his ground. He's fought kangaroos before.
Yeah.
So, tough
Has
stuff.
He? Do all Austrian kids just fight for kangaroos?
Yeah, it's part of like your 6th grade exams.
Nice. Nice. All right.
Next up, from PRATYUSH, who said, name the club where these Bundesliga players fit the most. So it doesn't have to be in the Bundesliga, but the players are. Okay, Luka Jovic.
Any club in the world, but Real Madrid seems very likely. I'm taking Real there.
Timo Werner.
Counter-attacking, fast-paced team. A team that likes to play their own defense. And then attack really quick. There are quite a few teams that do that. I would love to see him at Dortmund, actually. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Rebic, Ante Rebic.
He's going to stay at Frankfurt and actually fits in very well there.
Sebastian Haller.
One of the most underrated players in the league, could fit in with the Premier League team for me very well too. That could be a signing Manchester United should look into.
Kai Havertz.
For Havertz, I really want him to stay in the Bundesliga at Leverkusen a bit more, so I'm not going to say a name here, but he will be great.
Julian Brandt.
Tottenham.
Yes, he's been linked with a few. Nico Schulz.
Nico Schulz, he's going to Borussia Dortmund and actually fits in perfectly there. They need a fullback and he's right what they're looking for.
Karim Demirbay.
I would have loved to see Demirbay at Arsenal, actually.
He's just joined Leverkusen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
He's joined Leverkusen for 30 million.
James Rodriguez.
Go to PSG, go to Atleti. Atleti, you can be the superstar at Atleti, nobody will ever doubt you.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair enough. Some
All
solid
right.
advice there from Nico.
Next question is, David plays... What do you think he plays?
FIFA.
Games. It says games.
Games.
What do you think of the Juve new home kit 1920? This is a good topic.
I don't care.
You really don't.
This is the day we live in Twitter and social media where people are just outraged for the sake of it.
That's true. I like it though. And I'm going to tell you guys a theory that I had in my mind that I haven't told on any video yet, not on the German channel. I just told Alex, and I think you were there yesterday. People bitching about that it doesn't have the traditional stripes.
Yeah.
If these guys stand on the pitch, team photo at the beginning, they're standing shoulder to shoulder next to each other. White, black, white, black, white, black. As a team, they have the stripes. It's just that Juve thought bigger and they made it into the entire team.
Maybe.
It's
You'll
brilliant.
see the official club photo.
It's brilliant.
I think they're just trying to make more money by bringing out new kits every year, and there's only so many designs you can make with black and white stripes.
That is true.
I mean, who cares? Oh,
throw it
from
away.
my phone.
It's the same with Inter, by the way. Every Inter Milan jersey ever has looked 100% the same.
Same with AC Milan. Like it's a black and white kit. Those are the colours of Juventus. There's a kit. The players turn up, they put on the kit and they play the game. Like, just care about the football and the result.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares about the kit. Just get over it.
Yeah.
And people getting hyped online for the sake of it. When
Just
really...
outrage is a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outrage is a sport.
It is.
So is throwing your phone around and looking like an idiot on camera.
And you just
and I take
mastered
the
that.
gold medal. Right, next up from Christopher Power.
Strong
name. Strong name.
We should all, we're actually rating every single name that comes in, so we should
This is in the name rater.
Yeah.
Christopher
Power could fight an elephant.
Yeah. I feel like he'd win as well, easily.
Don't kill elephants though.
Yeah, don't. Beautiful animals.
But if you can fight one, just...
Right, Chris has said, under the stewardship of Julian Nagelsmann next season, could RB Leipzig potentially be candidates for the league title?
I mean, that's what they're working towards. And they're working on that very professionally since 2009 when they bought that club. And it depends on who they bring in. They had a very good hand when it comes to transfers. They picked the right players, young talents. They have a talented squad. Depends on who they're going to lose. I would say yes.
They'll be up there.
They could.
But with Nagelsmann especially, he's
a brilliant manager. He's not my favorite person in the Bundesliga, but he's a brilliant manager. Yeah, why not? They could probably do it. Bundesliga, we don't know how strong Bayern will be next season. We don't know who's going to coach Bayern. We don't know who's going to play for Bayern. And normally the Bundesliga has two phases. Bayern is in full force, and then nobody gets close.
Yeah.
And Bayern is struggling a little bit, like they did this season, and then everything can happen. And I said it more than once. This season, RB Leipzig had a weak start to the season. If they'd started a bit stronger, they could have won the Champions.
They were still in it with like 3 games to go.
Yeah. And they just didn't start that well.
Yeah.
All right. I just unlocked my phone. BORAT SAGDIYEV. That's one of the. Sorry, Borat, I really like you, you know that. We've been talking a lot, but that's not a smart question. Is it good or bad for Spurs that Harry Kane will be fit for the Champions League final?
Yeah, that's not the smartest question.
Is it good if your best player?
If your best player and one of the best strikers in the world is fit for the Champions League final?
I don't think so.
Yes, it's a very good thing for Spurs. I see people saying, oh, Spurs play better without Kane. No. Look at the last 9 matches.
Yeah.
3 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. And aside from Lucas Moura scoring a hat-trick against Huddersfield and against Ajax, I think Spurs didn't score in any of the defeats.
Yeah. If Tottenham makes it to the Champions League final, I want fucking Harry Kane in there. I'm sorry.
You can imagine Kane being sat on the bench in the Champions League final. Like, if one of the best players in the world is fit, he starts the final. Like, you can't...
Not a question.
I mean, they had a good run of form when he was injured early in the season against some lesser sides. But my God, you don't just leave him out. It's great news, of course it is. Next up from Killer King, who said, which match was the most entertaining this season? Oof. God, there's so many to pick from. We'll go for in Europe, obviously. Yeah. In the top leagues.
Yeah. I would even say we go Champions League, Champions League, Euro League.
Yeah.
What do you have in the Premier League? What comes to your mind?
Some exciting matches this season. My word. I mean,
in the Bundesliga, I would say Dortmund-Bayern first leg was the most interesting one. It was a great game. 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
Crazy game.
I mean, it depends, because you've got the top teams who are pulling off some top results, but then you've got the all-out thrillers that are just goals galore,
Yeah.
but it's between two teams that you're like, that's a bit ridiculous.
We had plenty of these games where like first leg clear win for one team, second leg clear win for the other team. Like for me, the Cristiano Ronaldo show versus Atletico in the second leg was sick, was crazy
Great
to watch.
game. I mean, Spurs Ajax last week is.
Or for me, yeah,
good.
right,
Yeah.
absolutely, was in there. Or the Benfica Eintracht second leg was for me personally very emotional and great. But I can't pick
Good
one.
game. City beating Chelsea 6-0.
That was crazy.
pretty good.
Completely forgot about
They
that.
were so good.
Shit, this season was crazy.
They were
mate.
so good. There's actually been some mad games. I think it all depends.
Yeah.
It depends what
We can't agree on one, right?
Let us know yours though in the comment section down below. The most entertaining game of the season.
And while you're in the comment section, I have the last question of today, and I need you guys for that. It's from RK. If Spurs win the UEFA Champions League final, can Nico come up with a forfeit for Matt to do? Forfeit. So basically, that's like a task.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I have a few ideas, but I need you. We need to come up with the best idea. The Champions League final is next weekend. So next Friday,
Then the weekend after.
The weekend in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So that whatever, it just means that you put everything in the comments under this Q&A. I swear to God, I will check the comments. I will check the comments. I'll find the best one, and next week in the Q&A. And by this, I automatically included myself to the Q&A for next week.
Yeah, fair enough.
We will find the perfect task.
The one after that, I'm not actually here because I will be at the final, so I won't have a say in it. Anyway. Thank you very much.
Just like Tottenham in the final.
Thank you very much for all of your questions and for Nico for sitting in with me, of course. I hope Paddy sees this episode.
Yeah.
He'll know.
He sees every video.
He watches he's a big fan of the channel, I think.
Yeah.
He's just a fan who won a competition to come and sit in on a few videos.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Again, make sure you leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And again, look out for our community post tab where you can leave all your questions instead of in all of the other videos. Boom! We got there eventually. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.